Hello and welcome to another exhilarating episode of Our Dead Movies. I am your host, the Snobby Narrator that nobody knows. As the title suggests, this series is going to be all about our cancelled movies and all of the projects that we worked on that never really went beyond the concept stage. I will be looking at a different film on each episode, and I will be rereading the script for each one, more or less like resurrecting it like some zombified abomination that, rather than eating your brains, will rather eat up precious time that you'll be wasting listening to my droning voice rather than doing something actually productive. Before we begin with today's episode, there are a couple things I want to clarify. First, even though I will be basically resurrecting this film more or less, it will not feature a fully animated version of the film. In other words, we aren't fully resurrecting it. We're not actually making the movie because it was cancelled for a reason. The other thing that I want to point out is that excuse me. The other thing I want to point out is that we will not be canonizing any of these films, even if you want them to be. We just won't do it. It violates our policy. For today's episode, we will be looking at a very old script from 2002, back when we were still using the Steven Spielberg Movie Maker set. And this film is creatively named Lego Spider-Man. Now, the interesting thing about this film was that this film was actually completed and released. However, the final cut was lost to time after we lost all of those editing files. So the script is the only remnants of that film's development and the only evidence that it ever existed. But with that out of the way, let us now move to the actual script, which I have in front of me. Now, as I read this script, I will try to impersonate each character, so you will make witness to my stellar acting skills. But let us now begin. Lego Spider-Man, Scene 1. 4 women have a meeting when they hear an evil laugh. Ha 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 ha. Pippin, eek! Blaze, let's get out of here! Peter Parker hears the screams and heads to the laundromat. Peter Parker, it must be this way. Scene 2. Meanwhile, in the mountains, Legozilla, roar! The go-kart picks up speed. It makes it just as the bridge collapses. Extra 1. Phew! The Green Goblin zooms in on his Goblin glider. Green Goblin,
You think you are so smart.
The Green Goblin throws one of his pumpkin bombs. Green Goblin. Scene 3. Mary Jane sunbathes when Extra 2 walks over. Extra 2. Hey, Jane. Mary Jane. Sir? Extra 2 turns around and sees Legozilla. Both. Help! Help! As it rips up the blanket, Mary Jane and Extra 2 run for the dune buggy. Extra 2. I know a shortcut. Extra 2 makes a fast U-turn, but they run out of fuel. Mary Jane. This was your shortcut? Legozilla leans down and pulls Extra 2 out of the dune buggy. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Scene 4. It begins to rain, and Peter Parker returns to downtown in his Spider-Man costume. Extra 3. Only one person can save the city. Spider-Man! Yeah! Spider-Man. I am here to save the day. Robber.
Ha ha ha, no one can get me now.
The police cruiser speeds into action, but the roaster... Oh, hold on a second. Roaster? Is this like a toaster? But it... No. Oh. It's a typo. It's supposed to say roadster. Okay. The police cruiser speeds into action, but the roadster is too fast. Spider-Man. I'll stop him. Spider-Man uses his web sling and catches the roadster. Robber.
Not you again.
The robber forgets some Oh, bugger, it's another typo. Sorry about that. The robber forgets some dynamite in the roadster and it blows up with him. Kaboom! Scene 5. Spider-Man takes a good look around when a pumpkin bomb blows up the bank. Green Goblin.
Can Spider-Man come out to play?
Spider-Man. I'll challenge you to a fight. The Green Goblin lands his Goblin glider on the debris of the bank. Spider-Man walks over to the plunger. Green Goblin.
What are you doing?
Spider-Man presses down on the plunger and the Green Goblin blows up with his glider. Scene 6. The group of citizens join together to say thank you. All Yahoo! Oh, bugger, who's gonna get that reference? The end. It appears there's some storyboards in here. Perhaps Mark Matthew will want these in the video, even if they are of pretty shoddy quality. I am only a connoisseur of the finest works and not these stick figures. Bah! And that was Lego Spider-Man from 2002. Again, it was made with the Lego Studios Movie Maker set. However, it is now lost to time, and this script is the only source of the original story. And that concludes today's episode of Our Dead Movies. We hope that you will join us next time for our next episode, where we will be covering another cancelled movie from Mustache Maniacs Film Co. Until then, however, feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out Mustache Maniacs Film Co's other big movies, such as the highly popular Forest of Fear and Johnny Thunder and the Secret of Marco Polo, as well as newer films such as Alpha Team, Mission Deep Jungle, and Clone. Thank you for watching, and I hope I see you all next episode. Now, where's my Perrier?